I think I've broken YouTube. Ah, we go live finally. It's taken about 10 minutes to get online. So I had a little snack while I was waiting so that I could actually get through this. I've had quite a lot going on today. It's been one of those weeks, to be fair. But everyone's had quite a lot going on, haven't they? Hello, whoever you are. Nice to see you. I'm just going to share the link for this if I can. How do I do that? Aha. Sorry, whoever's watching. I am there. All I'm doing is just trying to get over to Facebook so that I can drop a link in there and remind people to give us a watch. Oh, I've got too many windows open. Planning, eh? Can't beat a bit of planning. So who's with me? Who's watching? Hello, however you are. How are we all? Where are we all? Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. So this is Dubsta TV, which is the channel for VW owners and enthusiasts. What do I want to do? I want to give you some entertainment. You need a bit more entertainment than what's been on the news in the last few days. So I was just trying to give you some stuff that was a bit more interesting than watching the usual old stuff. Bit of distraction from, well, let's not talk about what we want to be distracted from. But quite a lot going on today. I've got some bits to show you on that. I've got some bits out there to show you. It literally has been one of those days that from the moment I set off for work this morning, I've gone and picked a load of stuff up. I've then been working on that stuff. I've been videoing stuff. Yeah, all sorts. So the good news is, stuff came back from the powder coaters. I was looking for a match to the blue on the caddy, and this is what they've given me. See if I can put a little bit of light on that as well, because it's a little bit dark in there, isn't it? Let's just change that up a bit. Is that any better? Oh, it's a bit sharper as well. So this is what they've given me, which is a blue-black, which is very, very similar. Oh, what's going on with the computer now? Oh, I know what it's doing. Like I said before, got to love a bit of preparation. So yeah, I went and picked this up. This is custom powder. I've been harping on about it for a little while now. What I received in the post, this is meant to match the blue-black that's on the caddy, right? How does that match? How is that the same thing? Well, reality is when it cooks, it comes out very similar. So the swatch I gave them to match against is there. And again, we can't really see the blue in there. I need to work on this lighting a bit. And this is a powder coated part. That's not bad. That is not a bad match at all. This has got a little bit more flake in it, to be honest. I don't mind that. A little bit sparkly. There was a few bits came back. These are just brackets for holding the grubster in the back of the van. Should we see some stuff? Do you want to see some stuff? Be useful if you guys, if you want to chat, drop some comments on there so that I can see that you are chatting. I get a bit of a delay on Facebook, so I can't really tell if people are talking to me or not. And then when I log off, I see another 10 messages that I hadn't even seen in the first place. So please get involved in the chat. Really appreciate that. It's nice to know who's watching and what you want to know and that kind of stuff. So, right, let me go and get what I was waiting the most for. Gonna need to move that. I'll unwrap that in a minute. So yesterday I had a phone call saying, we've had a disaster. This blue's not blue, it's green. So he sent me through some pictures of the wheels and they did look a bit green compared to what I wanted. Anyway, I spoke to him this morning and he said, right, I'm going to put another coat on them. And that's what he did. And that's what they look like. So I'm just going to grab that and bring it up to the camera. I can't really tell how sharp it is, what you're seeing on the camera. So bear with me. There we go. So there's a blue-black with a load of metallic in there. I've just put my phone down again. Let's see if I can get the torch on there and show you that. You see how much glitter's in there. Oh, that way. So yeah, can't wait to get them fitted up. So we're going to see Marco next week. He's got the tyres ready and waiting. And then I can get them on there. We're going to be lowering that caddy at the same time. So, sorry for all the running around. Not as organised as I'd like to be. It's what happens when you're working on everything at once. That's going to be coming down about that much. So the arch is going to be sitting right on top of the tyre. It's going to look mega. I cannot wait to get that sorted and on the road. And then I've got MOT to go on the transporter this week as well. So that's about tomorrow. So has anyone ever bought a second-hand seatbelt off of eBay? I expected a bit grubby and, you know, a little bit of Ming to have to clean up. My word! Let's see if I can pick up the pick. So bear in mind, this is the grot from one seatbelt. And it's not perfectly clean, but it's a lot better than it was. That's what the inside of the bucket looked like. It was disgusting. There was oil all over it. It was the most minging thing I have seen. I didn't even want to pull the seatbelt across me because it was going to be that disgusting. So that's had a good scrub today. But now I've got the frayed one out, hopefully that should go through its MOT. If not, we can get on the road in that anyway. What else have I had today? So I've had some more powder coating bits as well. So because I wanted to do the wheels to match the wrap, I also wanted to do some other bits and pieces to go with it as well. This is like a little tool caddy that I picked up a few weeks ago. And it was in a nice shade of, you know, 1950s beige, something like that. And I just thought, oh, I'll just stick that in with the other lot and see how it comes out. I haven't seen this yet, so this is the first unwrap of that's in that blue-black metallic as well. Oh, I'm chuffed to bits with that. That's wicked. So I can use that in the van or here in the unit for carrying my bits and pieces around. I've also had, these are trays that go in the side in the back of the transporter. So they've been done as well. And I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, just about. So that's masking underneath the powder coat there. So these had a coat of gunmetal on before they went for the blue-black. I will peel off that masking and show you what that looks like. But I've got something to show you already that I did earlier on today. Also had some silver bits and pieces done as well. So I need to tell you about the raffle that we've got planned. But I'll do a couple of little intro bits first. Oh, that wasn't meant to be in caps. I wasn't shouting, guys. But get involved in the chat. It is nice to hear from you. Bit of a weird one going on right now. I'm really fortunate that I have to come to work. All of the stuff that's the other side of the big Dubsta banner, and thank you to Wonderwall for supplying us a big backdrop there. All of the stuff that's behind there is my day-to-day business, and that's masking products for powder coaters, hence my interest in powder coating and all that kind of stuff. So I can't do that from home. I have to come here because when an order comes in, the stuff has to go out, and there's no two ways about it. Fortunate for me, I've got two vans here as well, so I get to play with my cars at the same time, which is awesome. Let me introduce you to the boxes. I think that's probably the best thing to do next. So some of you will already be familiar with my Dubsta box, and if you're not, there's a little sort of trailer video on the YouTube channel if you have a look at that. I will be doing a full feature on it, but I need to get the inside built properly before I do that. It's about phase 7 of the prototype now, but I want it to be right before you see it. What else I've done is I'm into mountain biking, and I can't show you my bike today. I'll do a feature on it another time, but if any of you are riders, you will know that you always have a load of stuff. You got your lid, your gloves, and all the rest of it, and it all gets filthy. And you don't really want to put it all inside your van. You want to keep it safe, you want to keep it secure. So I bought an old metal toolbox, and I had it powder coated gunmetal, and then I've masked it, hit it with a coat of the blue. So we've now got personalised box. I've still got to take a load of the masking off it yet, but I am chuffed with this. So that's going to go on a sliding mechanism in the back of the transporter as well, and there's masking inside as well. So we've just got a couple of bits and pieces in there as well. Again, I'll do a full feature on that so you can see exactly what's what. I filmed a load of stuff earlier on it, but I don't want to bore you with me picking bits of masking off for hours and hours at a time, because you will get bored. Even I get bored doing it. Anyway, back in a sec, just got to get rid of that here. Sorry about the noise. If you're on headphones or anything, that would be really annoying. Now, I can't do much more with the caddy at the moment. I could try and lower it myself, but I haven't done it before. I don't really fancy it. It's just not the one this time. What I am going to do is, as soon as the mechanic's available, that's getting booked in, we'll get those wheels on there, we'll get that lowered, and then I can start using that as my daily. Any of you who know me will know I don't like waiting for anything. I'm quite impatient. I was going to wait until I got the transporter off the road before I started building the insides of that. But today I've started building the bed frame that's going to go in the back of there as well. So that's using aluminium profile. I've got some sliding mechanisms in there and stuff as well. So the Dubsta kitchen will go in the bottom here, and that will come out the back. Again, you can catch videos of that on the channel already, and I'll be doing some more features. This is what's going to be the bed height in there, and also our bikes will sit in there too. So we'll be able to get a 6-foot bed in there, plus 2 mountain bikes in comfort. Proper comfort. So that's pretty cool as well. And then I also, like I said, oh, shall I go back to the box? So the box, the mountain bike box. So I'm all over the shop. Didn't really plan on doing this one today. The mountain bike box is for me. I picked up another box at the same time, and I wanted to do something that was going to help Dubsta to get a bit more sort of well-known publicity, but I didn't want to do it through advertising. I didn't want to do it through the usual stuff, the giveaways and that kind of thing. But there was a charity that stuck out to me that I really want to support. They specialise in mental health and particularly PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And yeah, this is for people who have got some really tough battles going on. These guys are a small charity, they're underfunded, and I want to help them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build one of the Grubsta boxes. It's an old military uniform box, which is the link to the PTSD charity. I've left the inside original with the original shaving mirror, the original sort of duck egg blue colour. But what we want to do is the outside, once we've got a winner, I'll actually personalise that as well. So it's got their name actually in the powder coat on it as well. I'm going to build the inside of the framework of it so that it's got a cooker in there. And it's got all the knives and forks and bits and pieces that you would need to be able to go out and cook on the go. As soon as that's done, what we're going to do is launch that out on a raffle. And the tickets won't be expensive. All of the process above and beyond what costs to put it together will go to that charity. And I'll let you know more details of that in due course. It's close to our hearts. It's close to certainly one of our team's hearts, very much so. And we just want to support them. So we'll get onto that at a later date. But that's kind of where we're going with the boxes. And as and when more come up, I might buy some more. Other things going on, like I say, I'm building the install in the back of the transporter as well. I'm using aluminium profile. I don't know if you're familiar with this stuff, but it's this stuff. It's called T-slot extrusion. So you get little T-nuts that rest in here, and then you can bolt straight in without having to drill it or anything else. So you can build something quite quickly and really quite solid to be able to work from as well. The framework in there is going together in that. The framework inside Grubsta is going together in that. You might notice a theme there. We're going to be building a lot more in that kind of stuff. The workshop's all set up now, so we've got our saws and everything else ready to be able to build. So that's quite exciting as well. What else am I going to do? I'm going to play with some more graphics on this one. A few of you have shown your love, expressed an interest and said, yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's not finished yet. It stands out, but you know, it needs to stand out for the right reasons, and it needs to have some Dubsta sign writing on there as well. So watch this space on that one. I'll put out some videos of that one as we put it together as well. What else can I tell you about? Well, I've also started putting together the framework for what I want to do episode-wise for Dubsta TV. Now, like I said, I want to help try and keep you guys entertained. So if I ramble on a bit, please jump in the comments, shout at me, tell me something, ask me something, whatever. It's really, really difficult to try and talk to a camera when you're not a YouTuber and you don't really know what people want to know. And I've got so many things, so many things to talk about, which is what I end up shooting all over the place and then come back and round. And so any input appreciated. Love to see that. Going to start doing some features on my vehicles. They're the only ones I can access at the moment. However, we have started putting featured vehicles on the website. We've got quite a few already. Obviously there's thousands and thousands in the UK, and we've got, you know, a handful or so. What I'd love to do is get more of those. So if you'd like to feature on our website, first of all, send us some pics. Let's see if we're singing off the same sheet. And if we like what we're seeing, you like what we're doing, then let's get a feature up there. Get some pics, get us a profile together, and then we're going to start putting some video profiles together as well. Now, because of the current situation, then we're going to ask for your help with that. If you've got some video, some footage of your vehicle, if you're an editor or anything like that, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see your stuff. I say we all the time, by the way, and the reality of Dubsta right now is it's me. It's, yeah, social distance. There's no one else here, which is part of why I can come here. That's one of the things that we're working on. We see, I do it all the time. What we're doing. There's also some detailing products that we're going to be rolling out, as well as a detailing service as soon as we are able to do that. Part of this will become a detailing bay, the other part will become a wrapping bay. So if you've got any interest in wrapping or having your vehicle detailed or detailing products, then again, keep an eye on what we're doing. Follow us on Facebook and get subscribed on the website. I can't reinforce the importance of that one enough. If you're subscribed on the website, you will be the first to hear about anything. If you're not subscribed, you won't. Fairly straightforward. Reason being, our subscribers, we want to show you some loyalty, and it's easier for us to communicate with subscribers via email than it is trying to put anything else on Facebook. I don't know if any of you guys are aware, but there's some challenges around Facebook and pages and that kind of thing. So we can I can drop a post on there one day and it will reach a few hundred people. I can drop a post on there that I think is really relevant the next day and it gets to 7 people. Now, obviously, it's not worth putting a lot of effort into something that's only going to get 7 people. So what I need to do is make sure that if people are subscribed, I can then get that stuff through to you. I'm just going to have a quick look on here while I'm chatting to you as well. But yeah, get on the website. It's up on the top right-hand side. Get subscribed, and that's going to help you to access information about what we're doing. And I'm going to be rolling out some new merch as well. And there's a few other bits and pieces that we are working on. We're looking at doing some collabs as well. And one of those collabs, I can't tell you anything about at the moment, but it's pretty exciting to say the least. One of the other things I'd love to see is your projects, is what you're working on. Obviously, I'm working on my stuff at the moment, but if you've got a project you're working on right now, or something you've been working on the last few months, or you plan to do over the next few months, then again, love to hear from you. I love self-builds, and I love to see the ideas and creativity that people come up with rather than just the usual. What's that wife saying? Can I bring some sandpaper home? Yeah, I can manage that. Back to builds. I want to see your builds. You know, I want to show you what I'm doing on here, but I get a little bit concerned that you're going to get bored with seeing the same content all the time or the same stuff. So I tend to hold back a little bit, and I'd rather be able to put other people's vehicles and mods and everything else out there as well. And that way we get a bit more of a mix. But again, if you want to see anything on these two or anything specific about a vehicle and how to do, then let me know and I'll give you a shout back. I'm going to be doing a load of wrapping as well. Kieran's just bought another Caddy. He's got the facelift version of this one, a Maxi, in the lovely British Gas blue. Anyway, there's a wrap going on that. That's also just had some new wheels on it. It's getting lowered as well, same kit as this. So we're running Stance Plus on both of those. And then we've got some extra bits that we're putting in there as well. Centralizing plates, because when you lower them, then the rear wheels tend to disappear forward in the arch, which is not a good look. And wobble blocks. Now, wobble blocks are, you have like these 2 long shackles either side for the leaf springs. And as soon as you put any lateral force on it, you can actually get the wheels starting to step out the side of the arch as you're going around corners, as well as knocking, banging and everything else. So we're going to be putting some wobble blocks in them as well, which should help to limit that, decrease it, get rid of it altogether. I'm going to roll out a sticker shop on our site as well. I've held back on that because I never really wanted Dubsta to be known as a sticker brand. However, I keep getting asked. And yeah, half of me says, no, that's not what we want to do. And the other half of me says, well, if that's what people want, then let's give it to them. So that's something I'm going to be working on shortly as well. Right. I think that is probably enough of me just gathering onto the camera. So who wants to see some stuff? I think there's only a few of you watching, but I appreciate those of you who are here. Really appreciate that. Oh, you're going to get a horrible echo on that. Oh, you're going to get a horrible echo on that. Yeah. Right. Stop that little mess up, shall we? So, caddy so far. Caddy so far. I've had this about 2 months and I've driven less than 100 miles on it. However, we've got new injector has been put in and that's been coded in. So it runs sweet now. I've done a shit load of prep here. I have a load of rust down the edge of the bonnet here. There was stone chips all over the bonnet. The paint was flaking in here where it had paint before. Where stickers have been taken off the side. It pulled this paint off as well. So I ended up having to do a whole load more prep on that than I really planned on. And then as I started doing the prep, I thought, well, do I want to paint it silver or do I want to do something a bit more interesting with it? And that's when I decided, let's just wrap it. You know, but I didn't want to wrap on the front here because we've got all of this, all different paints, and then there was exposed plastic and all sorts. And I thought, you know what? I actually quite like that. I actually quite like being able to explain why not to wrap a 10-year-old vehicle. So I thought, leave the front as it is. And then where I did the bodywork on the sides and rear, I thought rather than trying to match in silver, which is an absolute dog, and you know, it's not a high value van, it's not really worth sending it into a body shop. So I filled it, flatted it, put a bit of lacquer on there, and then I wrapped it. And that's what we've got so far. Now, this is my first wrap job. Shall I roll it forward a couple of foot so you can actually see it? One wheel. It does like to pop up when it's on the phone. Hold on. You can see a bit more of that now. First roof wrap ever. So that's in a matte black. I had to put a joint in it because I messed up a couple of times. And I put a joint in. It's not too bad. I would never do a joint on a roof again. Live and learn, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And then I wrapped this side first. And again, it's not perfect. There's a couple of little blemishes in there, but do you know what? Overall, I'm really, really pleased with that. And then I didn't want to do a full blue wrap, like I said before. I didn't want to do that, so I needed to work out a transition. I went for the honeycomb effect. Do you know what? I thought it looked a little bit like Blockbusters. You're not going to unsee that now, are you? I still can't unsee it. Watched The Mandalorian and then thought, how can I make this look a bit more sketchy and a bit more sort of Mandalorian-ish? So I've got that brush kind of effect in there, which you can only see in certain lights when the light catches it. We've done the same on the bonnet there. Dubsta logo as well. So I'm looking forward to rubbing it outside actually with it on the deck, and then we're gonna see what the thing looks like. What else have I done on that one? I've put Audi TT seats in it. Pick those up off Marketplace. Cheap, really easy to fit. Couple of holes to drill and jobs are good. And I really like how they look as well. The suede and Alcantara effect, they're really lovely. The in the back was just ply lined and well used. what I did with that was got my son to lay a bit like Antico Carndine top floor in the back on new ply. And then I've covered the side panels and roof panel with the black four-way stretch suede. The transport with the carpet, and I'm really not a fan of that four-way stretch carpet, but the four-way stretch suede, like that stuff. Got to be a little bit careful with it. It does crease quite easily, and then if you try and pull it apart, the backing comes off it, and yeah, you can end up with a bit of a mess on your hands. But it went really quite well. I'm happy with the back of that. Clean, simple, nice. So looking forward to using it. What else have I done to it? Oh, the mirrors were grey as well, so I just took them back to matte black because they just didn't quite look right for me. I wrapped the grille on it as well. Again, it had been painted a few times and it just wasn't quite right for me. So that was like some of the first tasks that I tried. Gave it a good old clean under the bonnet as well. In fact, I'll pop that so you can have a wee look-see. So remember, this was a work van and it was filthy under that bonnet. Not so filthy now though. You know what? I'm going to try putting another light on it here. See if we can get a bit more light here. Sorry about all the experimenting, but like I said before, I'm not a YouTuber. This isn't something I'm that familiar with and probably not that great at right now, but we hope to get better. So yeah, gave that a really good clean under the bonnet with one of the products that we're trialing at the moment, and that went really well. What else have I done to it? It's had a mop on the bonnet as well, where I've lacquered in the work that I'd done. It didn't match the existing paint, so Adrian came in, top boy, and gave us a mop over the bonnet as well, so that's all flat and looks wicked now. What else have I done to it? Oh, I wrapped some bits inside as well, just to continue the colour theme, really. So the centre of the dash and the door handles I did in there. Is there anything else I've done on that? Not right now, I don't think. I'll wrap the side bits and pieces, but that's all part of the wrap, really, isn't it? I think I'm going to map it though. I think mapping is the way forward next. This one's been mapped, and okay, the big map debate. I think that's one for a show on its own, to be honest. However, that one's probably going to get mapped, and I'll do that in the next few weeks if I can. It's probably going to be an April job, isn't it? Can't believe that, April. 3 months away. I moved in here April the 1st, and we've basically been in lockdown since then. It was the weekend that the first lockdown was announced, I got the keys to this place. And this was just a white shell. There was nothing in here at all. I can't believe I've been here 9 months already. 9 months of basically not being able to see anyone either. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Well, what else can I tell you about right now? I'm not sure there is much more that I can tell you about at the moment. I'm just having a look here. To see just a little window if that's going on there. Who's actually watching? Come on, guys, let us know who you are. It's weird talking to yourself. I feel like a bit of an oddball just sat in your unit talking to a little camera in front of you. Is anyone there? Knows. Is it just YouTube showing me that there's some people watching? But they're actually not there. Oh, the things you do to entertain yourself when you're talking to yourself. So See, I think that's probably the lowdown on the caddy then, really. Like I say, those next bits is just get the wheels on, get it lowered, and then I can start running that one. And then onto that one. So I did quite a lot. I've had that. When did I buy it? 2018. 2018. No, can't have been. No, 2019. So I bought that one 2019. It was an old electrician's van, and I've done quite a lot of work on that already. You'll see banded steels there. It's sitting a bit lower than standard. It's still got the optional dent down the side there. We call this character. Yeah, we like character at Dubsta. We like things that are a bit original. And I'm not ever so keen on showstoppers. I'm not really into that never used kind of vehicle. I love a vehicle that's actually used, which is part of why I've left the dents in. So that's dropped on Bilstein. It's got banded steels on it. It's got the H&R anti-roll bars. It's got machine top mounts. It's been remapped. I've put Recaro seats in it. I've sound deadened, insulated and lined it, put a new floor in it, new head unit, tinted the windows, put a few stickers on it, blacked the bumpers. That's probably about it. Next to go on that then is the interior build in the back. I tried a few different things last year and it didn't work. It's as simple as that. If you want a bed in your vehicle, it has to be rigid if there's two of you sleeping on it. If it's not rigid, as soon as one of you moves, you end up feeling seasick in the middle of the night. And we went over to Wales mountain biking. We were parked on a slight angle as you get in Wales. So I was already rolling into the wife in the middle of the night, which she wasn't too impressed about. And then as soon as you moved, I needed to get up and go for a wee or whatever, the whole bed's rocking all over the place and creaking and everything else. And then you've got to repeat the process when you get back in. Not for us, not the way forward. What we want is something solid in there so that we can have our kitchen and bike stuff and everything else. It all tuck away quite nicely, but also the bed be comfortable and not roll around like we're in the middle of the sea. It's what I'm working on right now. And like I said before, that's where I'm using this aluminium profile. So we're going to build a nice strong framework using this stuff. And then I'm going to build a bed and chair in there as well. I don't think I've got much more that I can tell you about right now. I'm going to put a few feature bits together and put them up on the YouTube channel as well. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to Wonderwall and to all of Team Dubsta who help us through all of the bits and pieces that we need. And just thank you to everyone who follows us, who reps us, and who is a fan of Dubsta. Really appreciate it. I'm going to disappear for now. I'm going to go home and get some dinner, and I'll catch up with you soon. See you later.